Welcome to the live stream of Sumrall High School football on the Sumrall High School Athletics YouTube channel. We are broadcasting live from Foxworth, Mississippi, where tonight your Sumrall Bobcats do battle with the West Marion Trojans. And before we get everything kicked off, we are joined by Coach Shannon White on the Coach Shannon White pregame show. Coach, good to see you again this week.
Good to see you, Harris, always.
Yes, we appreciate you taking a little bit of time before kickoff tonight. But to recap, last week we made the short trip up 589 and 49 to Seminary High School. And just to recap for the listeners and viewers, dropped that game, kind of got off to a rocky start. They returned the kickoff for a touchdown and had some special teams hiccups. What were your overall thoughts now that you've been able to watch the film?
Defensively, a pretty good night. I think we had 3 turnovers, created 3 turnovers, gave up 1 legitimate touchdown. The other 4 touchdowns came up off of 3 special teams errors, and then a bad snap or high snap that wound up inside the 15. So we gave them the ball 3 times inside the 15, and 2 of those 3 inside the 5. So that's hard. That's hard on our defense, and our defense is, I think, really good. Not great, but they're really good. I think they're getting better every week. And so offensively, not much. I mean, I thought our run game at times showed improvement, showed some signs of life. We like I said, I thought our offensive linemen came off the ball a lot better this week. Thought we blocked better this week, but overall, still not good enough. So we're still a work in progress. Our kids are still practicing hard. Our coaches are working hard. So, there's still excitement here despite this horrible start that we've had. I don't see any quit. I don't think we will. I mean, these kids got good character. I think we have good culture in our program. So, but a win sure would do a lot for all of us.
The old saying is winning cures all problems, right?
Yeah, it sure helps. It helps morale.
It does.
It helps practice more than anything else. It's practice. It's just how you approach. When we get them at 1:30 every day, it really has effect on teenagers. It has effect on college kids. It has effect on NFL players. It doesn't change at any level in any sport for that matter.
Coach, you mentioned the defense. The defense gave up some points, but they do have a bend but not break type attitude about them. Gavin Glass, number 9, one of our inside linebackers, and also played a lot of snaps at running back. Talk about his performance and just what he means to the team.
Yeah, we missed him a game, maybe even 2. I can't remember at this point. We missed him 1 game, and he's a good football player. Just hard nosed, smart, plays both sides of the ball. We'll play a little less offense now that we've got a running back that's back with us now. Sean Jones will be returning this week, but Gavin is really just a darn good player. He's just a football player. He loves practice. He loves everything about football, and it shows on the field. He does a super job for us. Whatever we do with him, whether it's a linebacker or a running back or even special teams, you're always going to get his best effort.
There was at least one series that stands out to me where the O-line was getting a push, but then also it just seemed like his legs are so powerful and once he keeps them churning, he's hard to bring down. You're not going to get him at first contact.
Yeah, we've been waiting on that. We see it in practice all the time, but we haven't seen it in the game because he hadn't had a hole to run through. Mm-hmm. And so we finally get a crease this week a few times, and you kind of see his running ability. So he's a powerful runner, really powerful runner. When we would start out in the double slot at the beginning of the season, certainly high hopes for him at fullback for us, but that didn't work out too well. But he's a running back, whether he's a fullback or whether he's in the shotgun, he's a pretty darn good one.
Then you flip him over to the defensive side, and he's not afraid to bring the wood, as they say. Yeah. He'll hit somebody.
Yeah, real physical. He's got he banged his shoulder up a few weeks ago. Actually, was in a scrimmage on a Thursday night before we even started, and So he's padded up pretty good. He's got a lot of extra pads. The shoulder's healed, but all the precautionary measures we're taking now with him. You know, he's got a pad on it, what's called a spider pad over that, and then regular pads. So he's got 3 layers of cushion on his shoulder. So hopefully we won't have no issues with that. But a lot of it's just how hard he hits, you know. He just hits really hard.
I've heard it said before that depth is good until you really need it. Sean Jones coming back for running back this week will help out as far as the rotation goes. What does he bring to the table as far as running back?
Yeah, Sean's a strong runner. He's got great vision. His cutting ability is really good. His top end speed's not exceptional necessarily, but he sees things as the coach talk. He sees things that they need to see. Just some natural running ability, but he can make you miss too inside the tackle boxes, which is really rare. But so we're excited to get Sean back. He's excited about playing, and it'll rest. He's our starter, and so it'll Gavin and Dalton Daly are 2 guys that's been playing running back, and Caden Owens a little bit. Those guys shouldn't have to play as much as long as he's, you know, not too tired. I worry about him his first game. I think he's in good shape. I really do.
You had Russell back at quarterback. He did get banged up during the game. Sims, I believe, came in, another freshman. Talk about the freshman quarterbacks and what you've seen out of them.
Yeah, well, Sims has had an ankle injury. I didn't mind playing him the other night, but I didn't plan on playing him because he just still couldn't push off like he needs to on a Friday night, especially as a 9th grader. They need everything working 100%. So,
certainly.
But he came in and did a good job in relief. He's actually well now. We had a JV game Monday. We played him a lot Monday, and I thought Brett Sims had a really, really good night for us. So we'll play both of them this week, but I'm proud of both of them. I think both of them are doing a good job, but they both need to play. They both need to play and get that experience. And, you know, one day, it could be this year, it could be next year. Eventually, something will separate them. But right now, I'm not too worried. I don't think there's much separation, if any, but I'm not worried about it. And as long as those kids prepare well, we're going to go that route. We should see Sims play some this week.
When we talk about quarterbacks in general, but specifically freshmen, there's nothing that will that's better than that game live fire experience, is there?
Yeah, it's not practice. You know, 7-on-7 and all those things are. You kind of teach concepts, you teach routes and reads and things like that, but there's no rush, there's no lights on, the band's not playing, and it's a totally different animal on Friday night. Now, 7-on-7 is beneficial for sure, but I think we live in a 7-on-7 world, you know, where it's
right.
Like a kid. I think scouts and college coaches, even though these recruiters services that give them stars, base it off of 7-on-7 and projections, and it's ridiculous. You know, some of them don't pan out because they can't handle the Friday nights and the pass rush and the scramble, and can they find a crease in the pocket and step into it and all those things you look for in a quarterback. You don't get that in 7-on-7. So I could play 7-on-7. And I think I'd be pretty good in 7-on-7.
Certainly.
I know where to throw the ball, I know my reads, so it's really misleading. But it is something that's beneficial to do. But it's certainly not the measuring stick that we go by.
No, it's a totally different ball game when you've got a defensive lineman or a linebacker breathing down your neck.
Yes, absolutely.
So as we turn the page to West Marion, what can we expect from West Marion offensive and defensively?
Offensively, very similar to Seminary. Those 2 coaches, in fact, I'm friends with both of them. Mason Woodrow's done a good job over there. This is year 2 for him. They do a good job in the spread. The quarterback is a pretty good player. You know, he has his moments, but overall an accurate kid, and that's what you look for. They give you a lot of routes. They give you a lot of formations. They go empty. So very similar to Seminary. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference in those 2 offenses. So they keep you on your toes. Special teams, again, very similar to Seminary. The kicking game is nothing exceptional. Now their block game, we hope, is not as good as Seminary. I hope we protect better. So, and then defensively, they're just other than Jeff Davis will be the fastest defense we see all year. They are really, really fast kids, and they are physical kids. They got a couple big kids, but overall, they're not very big at all. And so they're amazing to watch. So we'll have our hands full there.
Going back to them on offense, What does it mean for you and your coaching staff to have linebackers and leaders like Glass and Lewis inside, helping make the calls and getting everybody lined up in the right spot?
They're super smart, super smart. I mean, they're understanding, and Coach Fortenberry does a good job with our defense, and he specifically coaches linebackers. But those two kids are so smart, and they get us in the right looks with different formations. This week, especially last week, we have so many different alignments based on formation. We line up based on formation. And when you're getting a whole lot of formations, you better have somebody that can quarterback that situation. So those two guys are actually quarterbacks from a defensive perspective on the field. Really smart, really smart.
How are we looking health-wise?
Brandon Spell got hurt last week. Sumlin dressed but didn't play much. Sumlin will play this week. Kate Sumlin at left guard, so we'll be a little bigger up front this week. Go back to Brandon Spell. He got a similar injury that Sumlin got with some pretty deep bone bruise in the knee. That decision will be made in pregame tonight. It depends on how he feels. He's made a lot of progress this week, more than I thought he would. And, of course, he's wanting to play. He's a senior and a big kid, and has played pretty well for us at defensive end and nose guard. So we hope to have him tonight. We'll know that in pregame and just see how he feels. And then Zach, our trainer, Zach Jones, will lead us through that process, and ultimately those two will make that decision, not us.
Sounds good. That's probably the way that it should be, right?
Absolutely. Listen, you stay away from injuries, and we got professional people here that handle injuries. And so we're real blessed to have that with Zach Jones, our trainer, and he handles all of our sports here at Sumrall. So he's just really awesome, and not every school has that, especially smaller schools. I can remember the days early in my coaching career where we had to make those decisions, you know, and it was you didn't like that responsibility, but you didn't have a choice, you know, and but yeah, we hope Brandon's locked and loaded and ready to go tonight.
To take me back to my glory days, I can remember in high school the coaches, they're having to do the tape job, taping up ankles and wrist and everything, and it certainly helps to have somebody like Zach.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we don't even worry about that.
Yeah.
I haven't had to worry about that in a long time.
That's a great resource.
Yeah, they treat injuries here too. You know, we have a great treatment program here for injuries. We have great equipment here. We've got a brand new, it's not brand new, but a refurbished room in our field house. We've made into a training room. It's been super beneficial already. So we've had a lot of physical improvements this year in our field house. So a lot of good things going on in that department.
That is great. Certainly the facilities, the better the facilities, the better outcomes. So that is good to hear. Coach, we appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedule before game. But stay tuned for the opening kickoff.
Let's go live at the stadium. Your voice of the Bobcats, Harris Bell.
2024 homecoming court. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to Sumrall High School football. We are broadcasting live on YouTube on the Sumrall High School YouTube channel. We are broadcasting high atop West Marion's press box in beautiful Foxworth, Mississippi. It is homecoming on the campus of West Marion. They have just presented the court, crowned the queen, and we are waiting for the teams to take the field. I am joined tonight by Andrew Baker, who will be providing some color commentary. Andrew, it's good to have you here on the broadcast with us.
Harris, I can think of no other place I'd want to be on a Friday night in September for some good old-fashioned South Mississippi smash-mouth high school football. Thanks for having me.
It's going to be good. Always good to share the top of the press box with somebody who knows what he's talking about. The teams have not yet taken the field. But just to take care of some housekeeping items, the visiting Sumrall Bobcats will be in their white headgear. They will have cats on either side in script. They have opted for the all gray uniforms, gray jerseys, gray pants. We will do our best to get you the proper numbers for each of them on, when that time comes. Maybe a little challenging at times because the numerals are in black, trimmed in some, I guess that would be a yellow. And West Marion, the home team tonight, will be in red headgear, white jerseys, and white pants. Red numerals trimmed in black. So they are, everybody's getting lined up about ready to take the field. And this choir from West Marion is about to give us the national anthem. So we will tune in.
It is hoped that you personally will honor and respect every military member who has given his or her life so you are able to enjoy the freedoms you have been living with in this country for which they fought. When you stand quietly while looking at the flag, you are showing respect for the sacrifices they made in protecting our flag and our valued way of life. Please rise now for the playing of our national anthem.
So we have had the national anthem, and the teams are set. The captains are making their way to the 50-yard line. We have just been welcomed to the swamp. The swamp, yes. So hopefully the home team will have about as much luck as Florida's swamp has.
Not in recent days or weeks.
Yes, for sure. So, Andy, as we seems like this is probably taking the longest it's taken for two teams to get out on the field.
It's taking some time.
Part
of that is because Sumrall, his field house is across town. But
yeah, Sumrall's getting dressed at their locker room at Sumrall.
They made it, though.
Yes. But as we look at these captains getting ready to go out to meet at the 50, Sumrall comes into the game. Sumrall, we are being told we are very loud. Oh, Andy is not testing.
Test. Test 1, 2.
We're getting this all worked out on the fly. Fortunately, we've got enough time pregame, apparently. If I'd known it was going to take this long, Andy, we would have met during the week to come up with something.
Could have come up with a plan. You know, when you're traveling and you're away, you just don't know. The elements could be different.
Yes.
Location. You just got to kind of go with it.
The good thing is it's a beautiful night for Friday Night Lights here in Foxworth, Mississippi. Looks like Sumrall has deferred to the second half. West Marion will receive to kick.
Bobcats.
And here come the Bobcats. So your Bobcats will start out the game going from left to right. If you're listening and not viewing, we appreciate everybody who's tuning in tonight. Andy, one of the things tonight.
Oh, they got fireworks. Wow.
Holy smoke.
Man, this is A+ presentation.
Yeah, well, they knew you were going to be here tonight.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't catch that field on fire. That's what I'm.
Wow. So, and they just keep going.
They just keep on going.
You can tell this game is not on like ESPN or ABC because they apparently are not in a hurry to get this game going.
There is no TV schedule.
No.
That is for sure, man.
So these fireworks
will not stop.
No, and they just keep going. The great thing about it is anytime you thought that they were going to stop, they just kept right on going. So, but now that we've gotten the fireworks out of the way, hopefully there will be a lot of fireworks for the Bobcats tonight. The Bobcats come into this game 0-3, looking for their first victory of the season. A lot of youngsters making their first, making first starts or playing, considerable minutes this year. Wyatt Jones, number 28, is going to be your kicker. One of the things that is beneficial about having a kicker like Wyatt Jones is if you can get that ball in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback in the high school level.
That's right.
Make them go 80 yards. You start out the 20. Go ahead.
It is good to keep in mind, this is a younger team. They graduated a lot of students last year. And I think there are some times where their age does reflect.
Oh, sure, no doubt.
But at the end of the day, they've got a lot to build on.
Yeah. Going from the junior high or the JV level up to the high school level is a different beast. And Jones boots it, and it's going to go about 5 yards into the end zone.
Great
and
kick.
West Marion is going to start at their own 20. Something that Coach White and I have talked about, Andy, before. The pros, it's 25. College level now is 25. But yet the high school is back at the 20. So, if you look at last week's game against Seminary, Andy, it was 34-0, but 21 of those points came on either special team miscues or turnovers.
That's right.
The defense hasn't played bad. So,
it appears the referee forgot that it was also at the 20, spotting it first at the 25.
Look,
they must have got him from college.
The refs will forget a lot. There's a handoff. He makes it to the perimeter. He's trying to fake a guy out. There are multiple flags on the play. That was number 1, Jakari Washington, on the tackle for the Bobcats. He wrestles him out of bounds. Let's see what the flag is.
Great containment on the play. I'm afraid there at the end there may be on a face mask. I'm not sure what that first flag was for. We'll find
I wonder
out
if
now.
hopefully it's holding and it's at least offsetting penalties. So holding, personal foul, face mask. So let's see. All right, so looks like we're going to replay the first down. Coach White told us in the pregame show that they will do a lot on offense. This quarterback they have has a pretty good arm, so we'll see. He comes out in a shotgun, sends a man in motion, hands it off. A little flea flicker. There is a dude wide open.
Wide open.
And he could walk to the house if he wanted to. Wow, talk about catching the Bobcat defense asleep.
They bid on that one 100%.
And just after I had complimented them on playing some pretty good defense.
That really is unfortunate. I know that's a blow right out the start.
Yeah.
But it goes to show you what the defense can expect out of this West Marion offense.
Yeah. They will West Marion will throw the kitchen sink at them. So West Marion takes an early 6-0 lead with 11 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the first quarter. The point after attempt is good. And so with 11 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the first quarter, the West Marion Trojans take an early 7-0 lead.
21 seconds into the game.
21 seconds into the game.
Hopefully the Bobcats can bounce back right here.
It's time for the Bobcat offense to respond.
Looks like Sumrall brought a good crowd out this evening.
One of the things you can always bet on with Sumrall, they will always bring a good crowd. They travel well. So number 2, Caleb Henserling, and I believe that's number 1, Jakari Washington, will be back, relatively back at, now they're backing up to the 20.
Still pretty shallow.
Yes.
It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that West Marion's kicker is also their quarterback. Is that correct?
It could be. It very well could be. They are not afraid to try to onside kick it either at any point during the game. And hopefully this will be the last. This one and to start the second half will be the last they kick off, but we will see. I guess for them it would be a boot. It's muffed by, it was bobbled by Henserling. It went through his hands and bounced into the end zone. So fortunately for the Bobcats, it was a touchback.
Would have had great field position had he picked it up where it came down, but hands were a little too slick here in that one.
So number 17, Brett, is that 17?
17.
17, Brett Sims is going to start at quarterback. He's a freshman. Riggs Russell, another freshman, has started last week. Sims gets the snap. He's going to give it up off the middle to Henserling.
Great penetration by the West Marion defense. Gave no room on that run.
So that'll bring up 2nd and long for the Bobcats. Not much movement from the boys up front for the Bobcats on that play. But, this is Sims' first start. They may have just been trying to ease him into this thing. No need to put it all on the freshman's shoulders. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off again to Henserling. Maybe gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Bobcats. And let's see what Coach White and the offensive staff dial up.
The Bobcat line is going to have to obviously push a little harder here, especially if that run game is going to work. I'm sure with a freshman quarterback, they're nervous about airing it out.
Offense looking over to the sidelines to get the signals. Everybody's set. He sends a man in motion. He gives it on a jet sweep. And if he got any yards, it was a 1, but that's going to bring up 4th down. And Wyatt Jones, number 28, is going to be brought on to punt this ball away for the Bobcats.
Not a lot of size on that West Marion defensive line, but they certainly were quick off the line.
Yep. Wyatt Jones is back to punt. Noah Burge, a freshman, is the deep snapper. He gets a little bit high. Jones brings it down. He gets a great punt away. It's going to bounce at the 48. West Marion takes it on the hop and is
Fumble.
There was a fumble. Looks like it fumbled out of bounds, but West Marion's offense is going to have great field position to start their second possession as they look to extend this lead. Looks like they're going to spot it. Looks like they're going to spot it at the Bobcat 35.
Let's see if they try to pull something a little more unorthodox to start off the second drive for West Marion.
With teams like the Trojans, you never know. They're unpredictable, and that's part of the threat that they pose. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he gets tackled by number 99, Parkman, and number 9, Glass. You know, one thing, Sumrall's got a good defensive line up front, and they've got a great linebacking core with Glass and Lewis. Oh,
a jump. Harris, I'm going to ask you to quit paying compliments to the defense each time you say something. They jump or something happens.
This is all I'm used to it when, you know, somebody compliments a kicker. It usually doesn't. So it's going to be 2nd and 5, and I will not compliment the Bobcat defense for the rest of the evening. So West Marion will be in a shotgun formation again. They fake it to the running back, little wide receiver screen, and he makes one Bobcat miss. And number 39, Cole Kamadowner, comes up with the tackle. But it's going to be enough for a first down.
That was a great move by West Marion running back, but the Bobcats answered very quick to get to the ball and contain.
West Marion goes under center, hands it to the lone back, and he's not going to go anywhere. In fact, I think he may have lost a yard. Number 99, Parkman, was there once again. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the West Marion Trojans as the clock ticks under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Been impressed by Parkman all year long. He's got size, but not only
God.
that,
He is
quick off the line.
And a beast. So a reverse this time, and number 15, Kentrell Berry, was there to make the tackle from that reverse, but it's enough for another Trojan first down, and they continue to move the chains.
That was a close one there. Sumrall kind of towed the line with having a horse collar call right there. I think the West Marion coach wanted that.
West Marion in a pistol formation now, and they give it to the lone back, and he's got some space off the right side. Looks like he broke a tackle and was pushed out of bounds by a host of Bobcats. There's a flag on the play, and let's see if this is going to be coming back. I sure hope so.
I can't imagine this is anything but a hold on the offense.
You never know, though.
That is true. Hold on the offense.
It looks like the Trojan coaching staff is working the officials pretty hard right now, so it's going to be 1st and about 20 for the Trojans.
It's an opportunity here for the Bobcats,
yes,
Harris. I hope they
definitely
can capitalize.
Need to get off the field. Trojans go back into the shotgun. He's got twins to the left. He's going to give it a handoff.
Runner takes a handoff, finds the seam, cuts to the near sideline.
And number 3, Owen Hatton, drags him down. But he may have gotten a lot of that 10 yards they lost in the penalty back. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and 11.
West Marion really enjoys that shotgun formation, which keeps the defense guessing, especially when you got a quarterback who can utilize his arm.
Trojans this time will line up with 3 wides to the right. Quarterback wants to pass. It's a wide receiver screen.
Great hustle by the defense.
Yeah, brought down by a couple of Bobcats. Number 8, Lewis, was there.
3rd down and 8 for the Trojans.
So it's 3rd and 8 for the West Marion Trojans, and let's see if the Bobcats can get off the field. You know, if you look at the we have a heat timeout, so while we have a heat timeout, where they are right now, Andy, you almost wonder, are they in 4-down territory?
It does. Go ahead.
No.
It does appear to be so here. I think this timeout was in the Bobcats' favor because that front D line, they are looking tired already.
Yep. So they're around the 10-yard line. They can get another first down if they get to about the 2. Not sure what their field goal kicker's range is, but you have to wonder, the Bobcats going 3 and out on their first offensive possession. You almost wonder, would they take their chances going forward on 4th down? If you don't get it, you pin the Bobcats deep, but that's why they pay these coaches a lot of money.
They pay them mass amounts of money on this level, Harris, and I think we can rest in their wisdom when it comes to play call.
For sure. So they're back in a shotgun, the Trojans are. One handoff. No, he faked me out.
Quarterback sneak.
He's going to be close to a first down. I don't think he got it, though. It depends on the spot. It's going to be 4th down.
Harris, I can't imagine they kick the ball at this point.
Well, it looks like they're not even going to flinch, and they're going to keep the offense on the field. I will admit the quarterback faked me out. I thought he had handed it off, but he kept it.
Running some new personnel in.
Yeah.
What do you think, Harris? They going to go with a halfback sweep around the corner?
I think it's
play action pass.
If I had to guess, they're going to give it to this bigger running back that checked in. And
you were right.
If they did, and it looks like he's in for another Trojan score. So with 4 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Trojans extend the lead on our Bobcats to 13-0 with a point-after attempt to come.
Not a good start for the Bobcats. I think that first play, that first drive, first touchdown really kind of set them back mentally. If we want to see things move forward, this defense is going to have to get off the field, that's for sure.
The point-after attempt is good, so that's 14-0 in favor of the home team. And the Bobcat offense needs to answer here to keep this game close.
From Sumrall's point of view, I'm not real sure what the offense is going to look like with a freshman quarterback in there. I'm not sure the experience, what he's comfortable with, or what Coach White's comfortable doing with him.
Let's see if the Trojans decide to kick it away this time or what they're going to do. Very unpredictable when it comes to the kickoff.
Whoa.
Little line drive.
Oh, no.
Once again, it goes through Henserling's hands. He gets it at the 1. He brings it back. He's trying to get back as close to the 20 as possible. And it looks like he's going to get to the 15. And so the Bobcats are going to start their second possession on offense from the 15-yard line and let's see what they can do.
Harris, it's great seeing that Sumrall High School band out here. They've got an All-American flute player, Ava Baker, there on the front row.
Well, they are the pride of Sumrall. And apparently the pride of Andy Baker.
The pride.
So the Bobcats are in a shotgun. They're going to hand it off. Henserling is going to try to work his way to the left side, left corner. He gets pulled down, but I think they're going to get the Trojans for a face mask, and that will help the Bobcats with field position.
It did appear that the defense got a hold of the face mask, although not for long.
I'm impressed that the official saw it.
Face mask will be the penalty on the play as against the Trojans, and that will move the sticks forward, first down and 10 Bobcats.
So the Bobcats move the chains, aided by the penalty, and they're going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 30. 4 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the first quarter.
First quarter action.
Bobcats stay in the shotgun.
News brewing.
Sends Washington in motion. He's going to roll out to his right. Oh, he almost had, let's see, number 43, Ethan McCoy. There's a flag on the play. It looks like there was a motion on the Bobcats. But let's see, the officials are talking through this. So that's going to, did they accept it? Not sure if they accepted the penalty or not.
They accepted.
They did?
Yes.
So that'll back up. So that's going to be 1st and 15.
That was a great offensive look.
Yeah.
Obviously the penalty and just a slight overthrow, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try that again at some
Yeah,
point.
they need to. So he's going to roll out again. He's got some pressure.
Horse collar.
And now we're going to get the yards back because it looks like there was a horse collar. And there are multiple flags on the play.
Got one here on the West Marion sideline as well.
Yeah, one of the officials has sprinted in from about the 50 to go talk to the official, to the head guy himself. Now he's going over to the West Marion coach.
Horse collar tackle is the call on the field.
So there was a horse collar on the Trojans. Sideline, oh, not the dreaded sideline.
Good old sideline warning,
Oh,
Harris.
yeah.
You can always count on it.
Yeah.
I believe that's when a referee gets tired of hearing it. We'll take it.
No doubt. So that's going to actually, after the penalty, that's going to bring up a 1st and 5.
After the penalty, now first down and 5.
Bobcats send Washington in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it up the middle.
And tackled at the 37-yard line.
Going to get it. Go ahead.
Offensive line pushed a
Yes.
little harder than they have been there, but that D-line still couldn't get through 'em.
To keep a defense honest, in my opinion, in a game like this, with the offense that the Bobcats have, the quarterback's got to be a threat to run the ball.
Yes. And at this point, it seems that is the case.
So the Bobcats are going to have 2 wide receivers on either side. Gets the snap. He's going to roll to his left.
Looking for a receiver down the field.
He's got Washington.
On the play and out of bounds near the Bobcat 45-yard line. That could be enough to move the sticks first down and 10.
As we talked about before the game started, Andy, no hash marks on this field. So I'm going to guess that it's about the 47-yard line.
It's a good guess, and here's what I would say about that last play. I think that the Bobcat offense, those short little yardage plays are going to be what takes them into the
Yep.
end zone.
Bobcat's in a shotgun. He gets the snap. He's going to hand it off.
Handoff, runner looks for a hole up the middle.
Kind of bounced it to the right behind the guard and the tackle. Has a nice pickup. That's going to be about second and
Down and 6.
about 2nd and 6 for the Bobcats. They move it into Trojans territory. Nothing fancy there. Henserling just picked his way behind those big offensive linemen to pick up about 4 yards. little bit low snap. He's going to toss. Oh, wow. Floated it over one of the Trojans defenders. It was intended for number 42, Wyatt Penton. Penton just couldn't, just a little bit outside, if you will, of his grasp. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
That play could have been a lot worse or a lot better.
Yep. That defender, if either the defender was a little bit taller or had a little bit higher vertical.
You got to give it to the freshman quarterback, Sims, though, because he put that ball really, I think it was catchable, maybe a tad bit too high. But he's taking some chances.
He gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Henserling and finds a nice hole once again behind the right guard and right tackle, and that's going to push it up to the Trojan 41, and that's going to advance the chains for the Bobcats.
This is the strategy, Harris. This is what's going to get him in the end zone. A few yards at a time.
Carson Speed, number 18, checks in at one of the wide receiver positions. You've got number 12, Carson Leslie. You've got number 1, Washington. And you've got number 4, Daniels, in the wide receiver positions. Sim takes a snap. He wants to roll to his right. He's got pressure, and he's going to take a sack back to the 48-yard line. And there is another penalty.
That defender went completely untouched before he got to Sims.
And as a freshman, you're going to learn you got to get rid of the ball.
That's right.
You got to just get rid of the ball and live to play another play. The officials are certainly earning their pay tonight. They have been very busy. Block below the knees. I'm not sure what the West Marion coaches, what kind of explanation he's wanted. Chop block is what I was trying to come up with.
Chop block is the penalty against the offense, but it is declined.
So the Trojans just opt to take the sack, and that's going to bring up 2nd and long for the Bobcat offense.
We got to have another conference here.
Oh, these officials love to conference.
They are chatty tonight, aren't they, Harris?
Not sure if they're trying to decide where they're going to eat afterwards or what, but they do like to meet.
Well, there are a couple places here in Marion County they can grab.
Unfortunately, Lethus is no longer over here. Little pitch out to Henserling, and the Trojan defense read that well. So it's going to be 3rd and a country mile for our Bobcat offense. That's going to push it back into Bobcat territory. They're going to be operating this 3rd down from their 49.
Per the invisible hash mark. That looks about right. Some would say, Harris, they read that play like a book.
Some would say. So Henserling is going to push his way up to the 45-yard line of the Trojans, and so that's going to bring up 4th and about 15 for the Bobcats, and let's see what Coach White opts to do.
Harris, I'd like to take a moment as Coach White discerns what he's going to do to thank the DJ here at West Marion High School. They have a great mix of music that they've got going on.
It is definitely eclectic.
It's eclectic.
Yes. What was that they were just playing?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe, yes.
An American classic.
Yes. So that's going to bring the first quarter to a close, and your Bobcats trail the West Marion Trojans 14-0. We would like to thank you for tuning in to Sumrall High School football. We are broadcasting live on YouTube, high atop West Marion Stadium here in Foxworth, Mississippi. We were joking about what would happen if it started raining up here, because it's not an easy place to get to where we're broadcasting, and there's a lot of metal around. but it is a beautiful night.
You know, Harris, if I wasn't in peak physical condition, I don't know I could have made it up here.
Well, I'm just glad Danny's not having to make it up here. So after the end of the quarter, Bobcats opt to punt this away. You've got number 28, Jones, prepared to great snap, high punt. The Trojans let it bounce, and it's going to bounce into the end zone, and the Trojans are going to go to work on offense again from their own 20.
You know, Harris, it's during these punt plays where I know that Sumrall's missing their all-star long snapper, William Hodges, who is now long snapping for the Jones College Bobcats.
He was pretty much money. Very good long snapper. And in the playoff game, a little piece of trivia for you, Uncle Andy. In the playoff game, he was the punter. Not the long snapper and punter, but just the punter.
I feel like I knew that.
So
I should know that.
The Trojans send a man in motion. Oh, please say the Trojans jumped. Offsides on the Trojans, so that's going to back them up 5 yards and give them a 1st and 15. And if there was ever a time that the Bobcat defense needed a 3 and out, this is the possession.
This is it. No
This or a turnover. Trojans send another man in motion. Fake it to him. Oh, wow. Pass was intended for, I guess it would be the Trojans tight end. 39 Kamadiner was in the area, but the ball was thrown just a little behind the receiver. May have had just a little too much zip on it.
I think that was the first pass this quarterback has made that wasn't right on point at this point.
Well, fortunately for the Bobcats, it's now 2nd and 15. Trojans are in a shotgun. Quarterback's got a running back on his right shoulder. He wants to pass again. And it looked like this time that the receivers and the quarterback were not on the same page. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long. And, Andy, it is at this point that if you're on defense, you got to get off the field.
Harris, I agree with you. This defense needs a break. I hope that they can muster up enough strength to prevent this first down and then let the offense go to work.
Yes. I know that last offensive possession stalled, but it was good to see them move the ball some. I'm sure that gave the freshman quarterback Sims some confidence. Trojans want to pass. And pass was complete for a very short gain. He caught it with his knee down. So that's going to bring up 4th and about 12 or 13. The good thing for the Bobcats, even if he had not had his knee down, Owen Hatton, number 3, was right there.
He was there.
Yes.
Great hustle by Mr. Hatton.
Hatton is one of the seniors on this Bobcat team. He brings a lot of emotion and a lot of leadership.
Great young man.
Yeah, not only to practice every day, but also to the games. Number 1, Washington is back deep. Gets the punt off.
Washington back to recover.
Jakari lets it take a Trojans bounce. And the Bobcat offense will set up somewhere around maybe the 37-yard line.
Once more on those invisible hash marks, Harris, I think you are correct. Maybe 37 and a half.
This must be like when announcers are broadcasting like a game in the snow and you can't.
Yeah.
Must be just like that, except
I imagine
we don't
it's
have snow.
just like that. Thankfully, if it were snow, I would hope we weren't up here.
Yeah, we may be broadcasting this from our living rooms. So the Bobcats will have 1st and 10 from their 36, 37-yard line. Number 17, Sims, stays in at quarterback. Young freshman making his first start for the Bobcats.
had a little bit of an ankle issue earlier in the season. He's going to hand it off, and that's not going anywhere. Looks like he did get back to the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats.
He didn't get anywhere on that play, but he did what every good running back does, and that's keep those feet moving here.
Yep. And got back to the line of scrimmage.
That's right.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. Sims is going to have 2 receivers to his left, running back on his right. He wants to pass. He's got some time. He's got Washington. Washington had to make a move back to the ball, but that's going to be enough for a Bobcat first down, and that's going to push the ball into Trojan territory, and they are going to be 1st and 10 at the Trojan 39.
That was a great heads-up play by Washington. He had to come back to the ball, but he had his eyes on it, came back, got it, and then advanced the ball a few yards in the process.
The cornerback, it looked like the cornerback kind of lost where he was on the field and thought Washington was just going to keep on trucking. Daniels goes in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it behind the right guard and right tackle for a short gain. Looks like about 2. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for your Bobcats. Clock ticks under 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half. Bobcats trying to cut into the lead, get this ball into the end zone, cut the lead. 2nd and 8, Sims in the shotgun. Rolls out to his left, he wants to pass. Intended for Washington.
You got to give that defensive back credit on that play.
Defensive back came in at the last second and batted the ball away.
It was a great rollout, great pass.
Yep.
But the defense just got him there. Very impressed by this freshman.
So 3rd and 8 for the Bobcats.
This offensive line really stepping up, giving Mr. Sims some more time in the pocket.
Regardless of how the offensive schemes change over the years, Andy, it comes down to who's going to win it in the trenches. Daniels goes in motion.
Number 4 in motion, hand off to the tailback, up the middle and down. 2 Trojan defenders on the play.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and maybe 6, depending on the spot. And let's see what Coach White elects to do. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. And at this point, Andy, on the field, you're on their 36-yard line. You've got a great punter in Jones, but if he were to get a touchback, you basically only netted pushing them back about 16 yards. So.
That's right.
And it looks like now we're going to have a timeout. Coach White's going to take a timeout and talk it over.
Harris, I think I'd go for it, to be honest with you. I think I'd throw a little out pattern.
Well, I don't have the little analytical notebook like the Lane Train does at Ole Miss, but I think just feeling this game, I think I would agree with you. I'd go for it.
You know, Harris, that's a great point. Lane Kiffin is doing an excellent job there at the University of Mississippi.
He is.
He's turned that program into something that everyone wants to be a part of.
So while we have this timeout, we're going to take a look, Andy, around the district. Jefferson Davis County is going to be at Columbia tonight. Forest County hosts Greene County. Lawrence County travels up to McGee. And then Purvis is down on the coast at Long Beach. We'll try to give the audience some scores from around the district as they come in. So
they're going for it, Harris.
I like this call regardless of the outcome. I like the call. You've got to be able to roll the dice every now and then. Sims is going to roll out to his right. He looks downfield.
Oh, he hit him.
He had the receiver. There is a flag, so let's see what this is going to.
Against the offense.
It was against the Bobcats.
I didn't catch it, but it was against the offense.
Yeah.
Penalty was against the Bobcats. It will not be accepted.
I don't think our PA guy, I don't think he called it either.
No.
Trojans.
Look, I know we didn't catch it. We didn't catch it. We didn't get the first down, but I like that. I like the call.
I do too. I agree 100%. I'm glad Coach White went for that one.
Really close, and I know close doesn't count, except in horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's what I've heard.
Really close to, to moving the chains.
Albritton takes the snap, looks for a receiver on the far sideline. Pass is caught by Weary. Makes a few moves and a nice gain on the play. Tackled near the line of game.
So that's the Trojans pick up a first down on a wide receiver screen. Number 39, Kamadiner, was the Bobcat there to make the play, but not after he had gained 10 yards for a first down.
He got a first down on that, Harris, but the Bobcats still showed resilience. They were quick to the ball, and I think they hung in there nicely.
Brought to you this evening by Holy Smokes.
Oh, holy smokes.
Holy smokes, what is that? Barbecue joint?
So it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Looks like one of the Trojans lost his headgear.
Takes the ball up the middle, short gain on the play.
So, Harris, remind me, in high school, is it like college? You got to come off for a play?
You got to come off the field.
I'll never understand it.
Yeah.
You put it back on, you snap it back on, and you're good to go. I don't understand it.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Number 8, Lewis, was on the tackle on that last play for the Bobcat defense. Let's see if the Bobcat D can get a turnover. Quarterback snap. He wants to throw. He's now looking.
Looks for a receiver downfield.
Just a little too tall.
Incomplete. 2nd down and 7.
Number 62, Spell, gets up a little slowly. He's going to check out.
That's not good. He is essential for that defensive line. Great pressure by the defensive line on the quarterback.
Wes Berry, a junior, is going to check in Spell's place. So across the front, you have 97 Woolard. You've got Berry, and then you've got Parkman. Looks like we got back.
Yep.
Now the Trojans call a timeout and want to talk it over.
Yeah, that was a close one there, Harris.
Spell has been dealing with a deep bone bruise on his knee. So hopefully Zach Jones, the Bobcat trainer, can work his magic and get him back up and going and get him back in this game, because he is he's crucial to this Bobcat defense.
Harris, once again, I just want to commend this DJ here at West Marion.
I feel like I'm listening to your playlist, Andy.
You are. I feel like he took it.
Y'all are, when it comes to y'all are musical soulmates.
That's it. I take that as a compliment from you, Harris. I appreciate that.
So it's 3rd and long, and let's see if the Bobcat defense can get off the field. Pass is complete. That's going to be enough for a first down. Hatton, number 3, and Glass, number 9, combined to make the tackle, but not until after he had crossed the line to gain and then some.
That was a great run from the West Marion receiver, but also this defense, containment was key there. And they kept him contained.
Trojans are in a shotgun formation. Wants to pass. He's being that right there should be
Grounding.
intentional
Yep,
drowning.
There's the flag.
If that is not, that is a travesty.
Well, I think that's what we're going to get here, so rest assured, my friend.
Intentional grounding.
Well,
The flag.
About 3 Bobcats on the quarterback
Yes.
there. Great heads-up defense.
So that not only does it back them up, but it's also a loss of down.
Great heads-up play by the defense.
Yes. So that's going to push the ball back to the Trojan 45.
Officials timeout call.
It's going to be a heat timeout here in Foxworth, Mississippi.
What constitutes a heat timeout, Harris? Because it's really not that hot out here, I don't think.
You know, that is a great question, and I don't know the exact answer. But I believe the situation is they don't necessarily take it from what the temperature is, but it's until a certain date in the year.
You know, back in my day, Harris, we didn't get heat timeouts.
Nobody cared when we were playing. The coaches felt like the hotter the better.
I'm surprised they still don't know me around here. I played basketball against West Marion when I was in the 8th grade.
And how did you do, Andy Baker?
16 points, my friend.
Oh, 16 points. So the Trojans send a man in motion. They're going to have 2 receivers on either side. It is 2nd and a country mile for the Trojans. Bobcat D looking to get off the field.
Second down and a nautical mile on the field.
Oh, a nautical mile. How about that?
Creative.
Already passed deep.
Oh, wow.
Wide open.
The Trojan receiver got behind our defender. Lyndon Daly was there on the coverage.
He was behind 2 DBs. Wide
There is a
open.
flag on the play, and apparently this may be against the Trojans because
That coach is not happy.
the West Marion coach has spent half the game so far on the field by the numbers. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct.
I believe this coach is about to get one as well. That referee is telling him to get off the field.
The officials are being very patient, but is this going to be was it a dead ball?
Here comes the other official.
Apparently this was a dead ball. So the touchdown counts. Apparently it'll be assessed on the kickoff. So the kick is good. The Trojans extend the lead to 21-0 over the Bobcats. And I've got to say, Andy, this West Marion Trojans coach, I've never seen a coach whose team is up 21-0 be in such a foul mood.
You know what, Harris? I think it's just passion, my friend. I think he's a passionate coach. I think he cares about what he does.
Well, he's still talking to the officials, and you got to think at what point do the officials just say enough's enough?
I am surprised that point hasn't come yet, because he has been talking for a quarter and a half.
Well, it may be that the officials are PE coaches here at West Marion, and so
well,
they have a.
Lest you be concerned, they did cart him in on a very nice golf cart.
They did. Apparently, they fed him at Holy Smokes probably before this.
I feel like we should have eaten there before this.
So Carson Speed, number 18, and it looks like maybe I'm going to go with Washington. Will be back deep on either hash for your Bobcats. They are on their 30-yard line. Let's see what the Trojans elect. Will they boot this one away or no? 5 minutes, 34 seconds to go. Your Bobcats are trailing 21-0. And this is a squib kick. And now there's another flag on the play. It looks like the Trojans were offsides. And I'm sure that will give the coach another reason to chew on the officials.
Penalty will be against the Trojans. Move the kickoff back a couple more yards. Your final sponsor of the first half.
Why do you think they chose the squib there, Harris?
Well, it appears that we have been having a few issues fielding the kick. And so I wonder if maybe it was just a, hey, we'll throw them off.
Yeah. That throws me off, that little deal, whatever they do there.
That's cute, isn't it, Andy? So another squib, and that's going to go out of bounds. It was touched by a Bobcat. Number 23, Cooper Speed, touched it before it went out of bounds. And so the Bobcats are going to have great field position at their own 40. And if there is ever a time that they put an offensive drive together and get this in the end zone, this is it.
Harris, they really got to move the ball here. They've got to put some points on the board before halftime if they want to stay in this game.
Indeed, we get the ball to start the second half. If for nothing else, give your defense a breather.
Give them a breather. Gain some confidence.
Sims continues at quarterback. He's in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Hands it to the running back.
Big hit.
Running back tries to stay on his feet. Gets a little something out of nothing. He did get tattooed rather well.
The toughness of number 2 Henserling. He took a hard hit right there,
He
but
did.
stayed on his feet and
That's
got
right.
about another yard after that hit.
So we're going to call it 2nd and 7 for the Bobcats. Sims has it. He's back to pass. He wants to throw. Gets it out to Leslie, number 12. Leslie makes one man miss and pushes it up into Trojan territory. Looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from the Trojans' 45.
That was a great play, great pass, good move to shake that defender.
That was a case of looked like the defender was going for the big INT.
That's right. He had bit hard on that one.
Yep. Sims in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He wants to pass again. He's got some time. He has, let's see, who was that? He has Washington. Washington was wide open on a little out route.
It's a great catch. That was a great catch.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and short for the Bobcats.
I think they can push this thing right up the middle.
Number 42, Penton, checks in. He's going to be a little halfback, tight end situation. You've got number 43, Ethan McCoy, in there as well. Sims and Henserling get the signals in from the sidelines. Sims rolls out to his right. Now he takes off running. He's got some room, and he's trying to make one man miss. That should be enough, depending on the spot. That should be enough for another Bobcat first down. And indeed it is, and so the Bobcats advance the chains once more.
That was a great heads-up play from the freshman quarterback. Wanted to throw, then tucked it and ran. Showed his versatility to gain the Bobcat first down. I voted for the old school tush push, but I don't know that that's legal at this
Maybe if
point.
we get down to the goal line, maybe we can somehow signal into the coaches a little tush push dedicated to Baker.
Wonder what that signal would look like here.
That would be all you, my friend. So now Hensterling carries it up the middle for some positive yards. Clock runs under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Bobcats trailing 21-0. But that, with Sims rolling out, deciding to tuck it and run, that is what you've got to have that. Maybe not every time, but you've got to have that to keep the defense honest.
Yeah, at this level, Harris, if you've got a quarterback that is a dual threat, can run or pass, you've got something to work with.
Now the Trojans defense wants to call a timeout.
Brought to you by Reagan's Corner.
Great crowd out here tonight. I wonder if it's
is.
because it's West Marion homecoming, but there's quite a good turnout.
It is West Marion's homecoming, but I believe the crowd is for you, Andy Baker.
I think they are. I think they are here for me. You know, I'm a person of the people.
You
Harris. So I'll be walking around shaking some hands, kissing babies after this, saying hello to the good people
Signing
of Marion
autographs?
County. Signing autographs, you know, if I need to.
But, so we've got 2 minutes, 29 seconds to go until halftime. The Bobcats are going to get the ball back to start the second half, as we have stated. But to go back to the quarterback play, if you don't have a quarterback that the defense thinks can run, they're just going to sit back in coverage.
That's right.
But if they think the quarterback can run, it gives them something else to think about other than just, well, there's no way he's going to run, he's going to pass the ball right.
That's right. And I think with that here, what we've seen in this last drive is that offensive line has created a lot of space.
Yep. Sims wants to pass again. He's got it out to, can't tell if that's Leslie or Speed. Either way, the pass is complete, and it's enough for another Bobcat first down.
It's Carson Speed.
Carson Speed on the reception. Two minutes, 15 seconds to go until halftime. Bobcats trying to put something together to get on the board before half.
Oh, no.
A little dribble back to the quarterback. That was a terrible snap.
If I had to guess, that snap bounced off the center's foot. Bounced a little to the left. All the quarterback could do is grab a hold of it and take the hit.
So that's going to be at least a loss of 4, and that's going to be second, and we're going to call it 14 from the 20. Sims rolls out, and he's in trouble, and he's going to take another sack, and that's going to be back to the Trojan 26.
Sims had plenty of time on that play, but that West Marion defense just did not give any room to those receivers.
It is at that point he's got to learn to throw it away.
I agree 100%. I wonder if that's something Coach White will coach him up on at halftime.
If I know Coach White, it will probably be before they get to the locker room. Of course, they've got to walk about 2 miles to get to the locker room, so he'll have plenty of time. He wants to pass again. He gets the ball away. So there's a flag down, and we'll see if this is going to be probably pass interference, but on which team? It's actually going to be holding against the Trojans. And once again, the officials are going to have themselves a little conference.
I think they work under the mentality that 4 heads are better than 1, Harris, because they get together each time and they make their decision.
I don't know about it being better than 1 with that crew down there.
It's on the defense. We'll take it.
But yes, go ahead.
How do you feel about the field goal kicking game here? If they don't get in, you think they'll try to put it between the uprights before halftime?
I don't think it could hurt. I do like Wyatt Jones' leg. He definitely has the distance. accuracy, I have been told that, especially the further away, of course, accuracy could be an issue, but I think he would have the leg from here.
During warm-ups, he did put in about 2 or 3 35-yarders.
So now the officials blow the play dead.
The whistles are working.
The ref says something to Sims, the Sumrall quarterback.
West Marion student section coming alive here at the end of the second quarter.
All 20 of them.
There is a few.
Sims wants to pass. He's gotten some pressure. He's going to take off and run, and let's see if he can get to the sticks. Looks like he's going to be a little short of the first down. So decision time for the Bobcats. The clock ticks under 30 seconds to go until halftime. Coach White's going to take a timeout. It's going to be fourth, and we'll call it a 4 yards to go.
You know, one thing exceptional about Sims Harris, he's not afraid to take a hit, and that should enliven and embolden the rest of the offense, that their quarterback is putting it all out there, putting it all on the line.
All right, so with you got 4th and 4. You've got 28 seconds to go until half. Do you kick it or do you just roll the dice?
Given what I saw pregame, with Sumrall consistently hitting some 35-yarders, I think that a kick would be good. However, it's on the right hash, which I'm a little worried about because their kicker was lined up straight on.
Yeah, the angle is definitely not
I like to
favorable.
roll the dice, Harris, and so I'm the type of guy, I think there's one play that could work that could at least get the first down. I'm going to go for it. You got nothing to lose, right?
No.
What you got to lose?
You're down 21-0. Why not? Go for it.
After the timeout,
Get the first down and then worry about getting the touchdown after that. Sims wants to pass. He's got Washington, and Washington, the pass is incomplete. It looked like there was a little pushing.
All I can imagine there that kept the interference call from being made is that pass was a little short and that both offense and defense had their hands on each other.
Once again, Bobcats didn't come up with any points, but I like the call.
I agree. I think Coach White's doing some good things, taking a shot there.
So
in my opinion, Harris, if you're not first, you're last.
21 seconds to go until halftime. The Bobcats trail 21-0, and let's see if the Trojans will take a knee and go into half with a 3-touchdown lead. And indeed they do. And our Sumrall Bobcats will begin the long trek back to the gym.
You know, at the very least, Harris, it'll keep their legs warm.
So that's halftime.
Harris, what's great about halftime is we get to see the pride of Sumrall.
Indeed we do. So while Andy and I take a break, we will be back. It's halftime here in Foxworth, Mississippi, where your Sumrall Bobcats trail the West Marion Trojans 21-0, and we will be back for the second half. Testing. Can you hear me, Andy?
I can hear you, Harris.
Welcome back to the live stream broadcast of Sumrall High School football. We are broadcasting live high atop Foxworth, Mississippi, on the campus of the West Marion Trojans, where tonight your Sumrall Bobcats are visiting West Marion. It is homecoming here at West Marion. Forgive me while I get everything back in order and get the audio set where we need to have it. Both teams are back on the field getting stretched and loosened up. Of course, Sumrall had a 3-mile walk back to the field from wherever they had the locker room.
They do look a little winded.
Yep,
Yes.
so they are catching their breath. You've got Wyatt Jones out there practicing some kicks, along with, looks like 38, Edens is also working on some kicks. Right now, you've got Wyatt Jones set up at the 30, so that would be about a 40-yard field goal. Looks like he drilled it right through the uprights.
We'll see if they utilize him in the second half, Harris, or if they keep taking the shots.
So when play resumes to begin the second half, you will have the Bobcats will receive the ball, trailing the West Marion Trojans 21-0.
Two great halftime performances by the Sumrall Bobcat Band and the West Marion Band.
Well, the Bobcat Band is the spirit of Sumrall.
They are the spirit of Sumrall.
And if I do say so myself, the flute section carries that band this year.
You know what, Harris? I think there's some substance to what you just said.
Ava Baker, first chair.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if they.
Do they have first chairs anymore?
They do in.
Okay. We have officially named Ava Baker first chair flutist.
You know, she takes it serious, Harris.
Well, that's good. She needs to.
She practices. She's doing a great job. Impressive young lady.
She must take after her mama.
She also is the vice president of the 9th grade class. Student Government Association.
How about that?
Yep. That's right. And she's going to be highly upset that we've been talking about her.
Had the distance there, Jones did. Look like, though, one of Andy's golf shots.
You know, Harris, just like that field goal, they have the distance, but they're never straight.
You ever play a little golf with Josh Thompson?
I've never played golf with Josh Thompson. I think there is at least one person up here on this platform that's hit a hole-in-one before, though.
I believe the last time I played goofy golf, I got a hole-in-one, so maybe me?
Sure, that
counts. Or are you talking about you?
Talking about me.
Oh, yeah? Where were you? Take us back.
December 2015, hole number 11 at the prestigious
you got it through
Pine
the clown
Creek Golf Course.
You got it through the
Clown's
mouth? Is that it?
The greatest thing about the story, Harris, is that I am a terrible golfer. And all the elements combined made this ball go in the cup in one shot. And if anybody's listening that knows me, they've heard this story so many times.
So I have known you for a number of years. I've never heard this story.
Are you serious?
I don't know what that says about our friendship.
We're not as close as you thought we were then.
I guess not.
No. I feel like we took a step in the right direction tonight, Harris.
If only I were an elder.
I won't say anything there.
I can't even get on get to be a deacon at the church I go to. So, all right. As we get back started, you've got Washington And looks like speed back deep for the Bobcats. The Bobcats will be going from right to left to start the second half, and it's booted down the middle of the field. Speed gets it. He takes it. He's at the 20. He's trying to get to the 30, the 35, and he's wrestled out of bounds. And I believe where I'm from, they would call that a late hit by the West Marion Trojans.
That was a great return. It did look like those hits were late. He was out of bounds. They took him all the way in the fence down here on the sideline.
Yeah, which isn't, I mean, it's not that hard to do here. But the Bobcats will have starting field position on their own 40. Great field position to start this second half. You're down 21-0. Still plenty of time to get back into this game.
I sure hope the Bobcats made some adjustments at halftime. Knowing Coach White, he put some things in place. If we can get this offense moving like they did those last couple of drives, I think we'll be heading in the right direction. We just need to get across the goal line.
Showed some sparks of putting some things together, just couldn't punch it in. Hands it off to Henserling. He's going to push for a short gain up the middle. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Bobcats.
Henserling's an impressive running back, constantly gaining at least a handful of yards each time he touches the ball. Great asset to this offense.
2nd and about 6 for the Bobcats. It's a beautiful night here in Foxworth, Mississippi. Sims in the shotgun. A little bit of a high snap. He gets it down. He gets it to Henserling. Henserling is going to push it up about a couple of yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats.
Let's see what they do here, Harris. You know, here the last few drives, they've aired the ball out a little bit when they've had 3rd and some length. Let's see if they do the same.
Number 9, Glass, checks in for Henserling. He's going to be in the backfield with Sims. Glass a little bit bigger back, also plays linebacker. Oh,
man.
I guess that would be on the offense.
That's correct.
Not sure where the miscommunication came in, but Washington took off
Washington was 5 yards down the field before they even threw the flag.
That's just how fast he is.
He is fast as lightning.
He is.
He ran right by the referee, and he didn't even see it. I don't know that the referee would have seen him had the West Marion coaches not called it.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Bobcats. Ball rest at the Bobcat 40.
What are we doing here, Harris?
Looks like we've had to call it. So that was a delay of game, apparently.
Okay.
So the Bobcats are going in the wrong direction. It's going to be 3rd and 15 for our Bobcats. Once again, the Bobcat offense are behind the chains. Sims in a shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it up the middle. He's trying to get to the sidelines. He gets up to about the 40. We're going to call it the 42, Andy. That's going to bring up 4th and about 7.
Once more, Sims demonstrating his athletic ability. Unfortunately, he had no one to get the ball to. Was forced out of the pocket. If he keeps that up, I'm worried. He looks like he's limping off just a little off the field, favoring that left hip.
So Jones in to punt. Good snap. Gets a high punt away. Call for a fair catch by the Trojans at their own 25-yard line, so that's where they will take over when play resumes.
Sumrall defense needs to step back up like they were those last couple of drives before the half. They demonstrated some good toughness. I'm sure they're discouraged by the scoreboard, but hopefully here they can get the offense off the field very quickly.
Indeed. We definitely need a 3 and out.
We need a pick 6, Harris. That's what we need.
Pick 6, something. Good news is good to see Spell back out there. He went out with a injury in the first half. There's a jet sweep, which was read very well by the Bobcat defense. Not sure if the ball came out or not. There was a lot of activity around the ball for sure. There's a flag on the
flags.
play. Oh, 3 flags.
I don't know if they're for the same thing. It did look like the ball came out, but that was after all 3 of these flags had gone. I'm wondering about the back judge here who came in last.
Well, not sure who the tackler was. He was met by a host of Bobcats. The officials are picking up their laundry. It looks like there was a hold. Looks like there were multiple penalties, but there's a hold against the Trojans, and that's going to be the one that the Bobcats accept, and that's going to bring up 1st and 20. And you got to like the fact, if you're a Bobcat fan, that they're behind the chains, as it were. Quarterback rolls out. He's got his man. Breaks a couple of tackles from the Bobcats, and let's see who number 27 for the Bobcats, Michael Knight, was out there to make the tackle. We do have a Bobcat on the field. That looks like it's Caden Owens. Zach Jones, the Bobcat trainer, is out to attend to him. He is up, but he is not putting any pressure up. He is not wanting to put any pressure on that left foot. He is gingerly walking off to the other side.
He's walking. That's good.
Yep.
Great sign. You know, this defense is really going to have to drum up some magic.
Yes.
Tap into their Harry Potter roots. Make something happen.
I'll take your word for it on that Harry Potter reference. We do need a turnover in a big way. Under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. It is 2nd and 5 for the Trojans. Handoff up the middle. He's got some room. He broke at least one tackle. There's another flag down. Let's see what that's going to be. It's going to be a personal foul against the Bobcats. So we are awaiting the official call. There was a personal foul. That's going to be another first down.
Gracious.
Did you catch what the penalty actually was?
I didn't catch that. I know these referees, man, they're working for their money tonight.
They are.
Whether or not it's accurate, I can't tell you.
So that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Bobcat. We're going to call it a 32-yard line.
Good grief, Harris.
Looks like there are more flags on the play. It looks like there was a Bobcat trying to get off the field before the snap. Not sure if we had 12 men on the field or what.
Looks like we got one on the Bobcat sideline, one down here on the West Marion sideline. I wonder if they're for the same thing.
There is one of the officials who he loves to sprint in to personally deliver his penalty to the referee.
Harris, he's been working on his speed, and he wants everybody to know it.
I guess so. Is he working out with you tomorrow morning?
I think I'm gonna pass on, on him. I don't know who that is.
So that's going to bring up 1st and 5 for the Trojans.
I would challenge him to a foot race following this game.
I think you need to.
Goal line to goal line.
Mayfield would be very proud of you at this point. Things have really gone from bad to worse for the Bobcats. Trojans want to pass. He's got some time. He's going to take off. He
caught that ball.
He caught it. There's another penalty flag down. I'm not sure if it's going to be against the Trojans, so thankfully that will negate the penalty.
You know, the Bobcats really got away with one right there, Harris. They've been kind of shooting themselves in the foot with penalties tonight, and that one was given right back to them.
Yep.
Here again, this coach, he's eccentric.
He's going to need a Halls before the night's over. His throat's going to have to be killing him with as much as he's yelled at the officials. So that's going to bring up 1st and 15 for the Trojans. Bobcats show a little pressure. There's going to be a screen to the running back. Speed, number 18, is going to bring him down, but not before he gains much of the yardage back, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Trojans.
Sumrall's defense, they're a bit winded. They're going to need to really build a wall here.
I think the Trojans, they realize it. Trojans keep it on the ground. There's another penalty flag. I know you're going to find this hard to believe, Andy, but there's another penalty flag down.
You know, Harris, I almost can't even believe it. I feel like we haven't seen one all game.
Let's see. Not sure who it's going to. It'll be a face mask against the Bobcats, and that's going to
3rd or 4th face mask call of the night. There again, penalties are killing the Bobcats at this point. That's all that's moving the ball right now are yellow flags.
And I don't care what level of play you're in, whether it's Pee-wee, high school, college, pros. You can't keep giving them free yardage.
You can't. Harris, you have your wallet on you?
I do have my wallet. I was about to ask, when you were climbing down the ladder or up the ladder, did you lose yours?
I have mine, but I'd like to know if there's any money in that one that's been lost that the press box keeps calling for.
I'm afraid if somebody got mine, they would just have more bills to pay. Trojans want to pass. Oh, wow. Almost intercepted by Washington for the Bobcats. That would have been just what the doctor ordered, Andy, for the Bobcats.
It would have. You saw the speed of Washington there on that play, just like Top Gun. He felt the need for speed, Harris.
You know, the thing that hurts even more about it, all he had was green in front of him. So it's going to be 3rd and about 11 for the Trojans. Rolls out to his right. He's got some pressure. He's wanting to.
Oh, great defense.
He threw. Looked like he was very close to the line of scrimmage, but once again, Washington was there to bat it away to save a touchdown. And so now it's going to be 4th and 11 for the Trojans. And at this point, why not just keep your offense out on the field?
That's 2 plays in a row where Washington very easily could have picked the ball off twice. That one was a little high, but nonetheless, great defense. He saved 2 touchdowns.
Looks like Woolard has checked in for the defensive line.
They're going to talk it over.
So West Marion calls a timeout. You know, at this level, you've got the ball at the 15. Depending on I don't know what their field goal situation is, but.
You know, Harris, I think what I would do at this point if I were coaching this team, I've got a 21-0 lead. I think I'd kick a field goal just so I get a rep in.
Yep.
Because you got a long way to go. 10 yards for a first down?
Yep.
15 for a touchdown. I'd let my kicker, which I think the kicker actually is the quarterback too, but I'd let him get a good rep.
Yep. Why not?
Why not? Not gonna hurt anything.
Looks like, though, he's going to stay in at quarterback.
I'm gonna put $1 down that he rolls to the right and tries to pass, just like he did the last couple times.
It rolls.
They caught the ball. Short.
So that pass was complete, as Andy told you, but not enough for a first down. So the Bobcat defense dodges a bullet, and the offense will take over with 6 minutes, 26 seconds to go in the third quarter, trailing 21-0. The Bobcat offense is trying to put something together to get some points on the board tonight.
Had that running back not got tripped up when he went to catch that ball, that would have been a touchdown. Bobcats really need to move the chains here.
Need to move the chains and need to not turn the ball over deep in their own. They never need to turn the ball over, but especially deep in the territory. Sims is going to keep it. He's going to scramble for a few yards. Let's see where they spot it. He may have gotten, it looked like he got a few more yards than one, but they're only giving him a yard.
And it looked like a good spot from here. I wonder, that was obviously a designed quarterback sneak. Sims has been on the ground a lot moving that ball tonight. I wonder how many of those have been designed and not by chance.
Sends a man in motion. He's going to keep it again. Trying to not only get a first down, but also get the ball out from the shadows of his goal line. So with 5 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's another heat timeout.
Harris, I think that I would, at this point, be perfectly fine just getting in the end zone one time.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Huge confidence builder for the young quarterback and the young offense.
Very much so. I hope that this gives them something to build on as they go back home next week for homecoming against Hattiesburg High.
Yep. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. We are going to be broadcasting from the NFHS platform. That will be one programming note that is different from tonight. Tonight you are listening and watching us on YouTube. Next week we will be back on the NFHS. Sims scrambles, trying to make something out of nothing. And so that's going to bring up Wyatt Jones to punt it. He will be deep in his own end zone to punt it away.
I'm not sure why Coach White didn't choose to air the ball out right there. It did help, or it did have some impact in the first half, those short pass plays. After 2 run plays that got virtually nowhere, a third one on 3rd and long. Not sure about that one. Ooh.
Takes a Bobcat roll. He scoops it up. And he is met by a host of Bobcats at the Bobcat 38. Number 20, Isaiah Mister, led the way for the Bobcats. In addition, number 11, Brady Batt, was there. So once again, the Bobcat defense is on the field. Four minutes, 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Trojans are in a shotgun. They look over again to their sidelines. He wants to pass. Oh, just went right through. The receiver for the Trojans should have had that.
He should have caught that. Had he caught it, he probably would have made it close to the first down marker. There were about 3 Bobcats right in front of him, but it would have been a good gain.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Trojans. Trojans have 2 receivers on either side. Trojans want to pass. He's got some time. He's got his guy right over the middle. Number 4, Daniels, was there to make the tackle, but not until after he made the first down, and so that's going to give the Trojans another first down on the Bobcat 25. So it'll be 1st and 10.
There again, moving those chains. Bobcat defense really needs to step up here.
Yep. Now it's up the middle, looking to get to the outside. And once again, Owen Hatton, number 3, is there to make the tackle, but they are getting quite the push up front. The Trojans are now. The defense is trying to substitute, and they're going to get. Oh wow! This is just
couldn't get off the field.
No.
West Marion ran that hurry-up offense.
Yep.
Saw the substitute taking place and capitalized on the lack of quickness.
So that should give them a first down, right? Looks like that'll move the chains.
Yes, sir.
Inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line of the Bobcats. Once again, the Bobcats just seem to be shooting themselves in the foot. And now it looks like the Trojans are going to call a timeout to talk it over.
It's their second timeout of the half so far, I believe.
So with 3 minutes, 27 seconds left to go in the third quarter, once your Bobcats still trailed the Trojans 21-0, but the Trojan offense is threatening.
I know this defense is gassed, Harris.
Oh, it's got to be.
They've got to get off the field.
They have to find a way. Number 75, Bryce Dixon, is in on the trying to get some fresh bodies in there. And West Marion just took that one up the middle to about the 5-yard line. Number 5, Jamarcus Hutton, was on the tackle, and now the Trojans are back on the ball, doing a little tempo. They sense blood in the water, and there's a fumble.
Ball loose.
It looked like the ball came loose. Was he already down? There's a flag on the play as well.
What's the call here, Harris?
Well, the call, oh, wow.
Oh, we got a break.
The Bobcats have dodged a bullet, not only was the penalty not on the Bobcats, it was on the Trojans, but it was also a fumble, and the Bobcats recover. Looks like the Bobcat offense is going to start from their 1, so if they can drive this down the field for a 99-yard drive, that would be awesome.
It's got to happen.
It's got to. It's now or never. Sims will be under center. He's going to take the ball. Looks like that was Glass following the big right guard and right tackle. Looks like there is a Bobcat slow to get up. That's number 51, Landon Lockhart. But he's up.
It's a big fella, Harris.
He is a big boy. You got those big fellas up front trying their hardest to win the war of trenches.
We've got no wideouts here. We'll see.
No, they've got the jumbo package. Go! That was Gavin Glass on the carry, and he pushes it out past the 25, Andy. That is just what the Bobcats need, and if you ask me, you stay in that formation until they stop it.
I would stay in that formation. He was about a half a step away from being all alone. You know, Harris, I've never felt more alone than when I'm trying to put sunscreen on my back. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, Andy. So
Looks like they're staying the same package here.
Sims stays under center. The give is to Glass again, and he's going to push. Let's see where his forward progress stopped.
So about a 2-3 yard gain. Some good hard runs. That's what we need. Some good hard runs. Wear the defense down.
Yep. Now let's see if Sims is going to have some time to get the ball down the field.
Let's definitely not forget our mascots, Precious Connerly and Nene Smith.
Sims in a shotgun. He gets the snap. It's a little high. He gives it to Henserling, and Henserling squirts through, and Henserling's got enough for a first down.
Got an injured Bobcat down here.
That's going to be Daniels, number 4.
Another great run by Henserling, Harris. Again, he keeps those legs moving, gaining yardage. Another first down for the Bobcats. Maybe cramping up right here. What do you think?
Maybe. I'm hoping that's all it is. His leg was.
It looked a little different there, didn't it?
Yeah. He's trying to.
Hamstring cramp.
Hopefully, it's a cramp and not a hamstring pull.
If anyone is getting cramps on the field, the concession stand has plenty of pickles.
What a great PA announcement.
What a winner. My gracious. Because there's so many people, so many of them from the field that have time to go to the concession stand, right, to get a pickle.
Right. That's exactly
Hey,
right.
Coach, I'll be right back. I gotta go. I gotta go get a Vlasic.
I have noticed that Sumrall does make it a habit of keeping mustard on the sideline.
Yeah. Sims rolls out. He's got. He's got speed, and that's going to be about 8 yards. So that's going to bring up second and 2 for the Bobcats.
This is good. This is good,
Yes.
Harris. Moving the ball, moving the chains.
Yes. Just keep the chains moving. That's all you focus on right now. Positive repetitions. Speed goes in motion. Sims is going to keep it for maybe a yard.
Didn't quite get there.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. And so as we go into the fourth quarter here in Foxworth, Mississippi, your Bobcats trail 21-0. Andy and I will be back to start this fourth quarter. So we are being told up here in the booth that number 2 is Sean Jones, not Henserling. So our apologies to Sean Jones. We have Sean Jones.
Assuming
is
that's
number
a
2.
credible source here.
Yes. Is that nephew William?
That is him.
Well, Bobcat legend William Hodges has given us that information. So
it's on him at this
yes. So let's get this first down and keep the chains moving. And Jones looks to have the first down as whistles blow. And indeed he does. So that's going to be first down for the Bobcats. They are inside Trojan territory.
This is great movement for the Bobcats.
Yep. You know, you're down 3 scores, but with this young team, never quitting, get it in the end zone, have a positive outcome before the end of this game. Sims keeps it. He's trying to get to the right side, and he takes a pretty good hit, but that's going to be a gain of about 5, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats. They're actually spotting it. He only picked up 4 yards.
We'll take those 4 yards, second down.
Yep. Just keep getting 4 yards.
Keep moving.
Sims wants to pass. He gets it out into the flat to his halfback, number 47, Tommy Arnold.
Great pass, great run, great play all around.
I'm sorry, that was 43, Ethan McCoy. My apologies. So that's going to be another first down for the Bobcats. Sims rolls to his right. He wants to pass. He's got Speed out there, and Speed's going to have it at the 30-yard line. And once again, that's going to pick up some positive yardage for the Bobcats. That's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
I'm happy to see the Bobcats utilizing both the pass and run game.
Yep.
Both working well at this point.
Bobcats stay in the shotgun. High snap, but gives to Jones. He's got a little crease up the middle, and they keep pushing him. I think there was your tush push.
The old tush push.
And so that's going to be inside the 20. Looks like it'll be around the 16-yard line of the Trojans. 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the game.
Bobcats moving it down the field very nicely. See if we can get a score.
Takes the snap, gives it to Jones.
This fourth quarter action is being brought to you this evening by Martin Fence and Trophy Shop.
Let's see where they spot him. Maybe a gain of 3. So that's going to be about 2nd and 7, maybe a long 7.
You know, Harris, I'd probably be able to help you out with that if there was a hash mark on the field, but I don't see any.
Yep, I think this is the first time I've been to a football game where there are no hash marks.
Yeah.
Maybe this is some type of advantage the West Marion feels they have. So Sims' pass to Leslie is complete. It's going to be for no gain, however, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Bobcats.
I hope they put a little air under the ball right here, Harris, instead of running.
Yep.
It's been working, looking good. Got to get in that end zone.
Sims in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his right. He wants to throw. Oh, my goodness. Pass was intended for speed. The Trojans had a player there to break it up. So that's going to bring up 4th and 8 for the Bobcats. And at this point, why not go for it?
Why not? Coach White's been taking these chances all night long.
A field goal doesn't help you at all with 7 minutes, 34 seconds to go. At this point, you should just be concerned with picking up the first down.
That's right.
Sims wants to pass. And it's incomplete. And so the Bobcats will turn over the ball on downs, and the Trojans will take over with 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the contest, leading 21-0.
Sumrall's receiver still down in the end zone. West Marion had someone right on top of him. It's like he's holding his leg. It's like a cramp.
It is somewhat of a humid night here in Foxworth.
It is. You know, Harris, for these players down here sweating as much as they are, it doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't. And you have referenced before that there's mustard on the sidelines, and I don't know how I'd feel about having to, get a squirt of mustard.
You know, I don't either. I do enjoy mustard, but I don't think I want to take it straight up like that. I did see him passing it around at the first home game.
For me, I just have to keep passing it.
Well, for you, Harris, they have pickles at the concession stand. So.
Yeah. Trojans keeping it on the ground. I wouldn't expect that they would do too much airing out at this point. They are probably just going to be content with keeping it on the ground, running some clock, and getting to the homecoming dance.
Harris, how many homecoming dances did you attend back in your day?
That would be, so the way that we did it, I can't remember if we would go to our freshman dance, as a freshman if we would go to the dance, but definitely sophomore, junior, and senior.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of your homecoming dances?
Of course I do. I don't know if you were the type to get out there and cut a rug.
I was on the dance floor. I wouldn't say I was cutting rugs. What about you there, Andrew Baker?
You know, Harris, I like to pride myself on my dancing abilities, so you know I was out there right in the middle of the whole mix, busting a move.
I bet young Andrew was busting a move. You were probably, I could see you being the student that left the dance drenched in sweat.
Drenched in sweat.
Yes.
Not even wearing a shirt, I don't think.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably how you arrived. So it's going to be It'll be 3rd and long for the Trojans. Clock ticks, under 6.5 minutes to go in the contest. Our Bobcats trail 21-0.
Taking their time.
Yep.
We'll call a timeout. Ran out of time. Harris, I did take a beautiful young woman named Elizabeth Hodges to a homecoming dance my senior year of high school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, are we about to
And then I married
walk
her.
down? Wow, at the homecoming dance?
Not at the homecoming
okay.
dance. I wasn't ready at that point.
Okay.
I don't know if I was ready when we did get married, but, you live and you learn.
And at that point, is that where the sparks began, or did you have to take her out a few more times before she would actually get serious?
Harris, as I'm sure you probably know, the first time I laid eyes on her, the sparks flew, my friend.
That is such a touching story, Andy.
I figured here on homecoming at West Marion.
I'm sure if she were here tonight, I'm sure they would let y'all in for one dance at their homecoming dance.
I don't know if they would or not.
Oh, I bet they would.
Know.
They're probably still playing some songs that were played at your homecoming dance.
One could only hope, Harris.
Oh, they want to
They are
pass.
weird out.
Down the near sideline. Intended for Peters.
Surprising to me.
Pass incomplete. Isaiah Mister, number 20, was step for step with the West Marion receiver. There's going to be an official's timeout.
This coach is not happy with these officials tonight. I can tell you that. He's at the 50, yelling at the one out in the middle.
What? I guess I missed what he could possibly be upset with.
I think that he believes there was some pass interference there on that dropped ball. And he's still going on about it. Again, I mean, we could call it passion. Oh, no, he's talking
You
to
could.
himself.
He's very animated at this
He's
point.
very animated.
I bet he's a thrill to be around at Thanksgiving.
He's fun to watch from here. Thanksgiving really makes me think about homemade mashed potatoes.
Ooh, did we get a piece of it? Well, get away from it.
35-yard line.
I think we may have gotten a piece of it.
It looked like it.
Oh, come on. We got Bobcats. We got a couple of Bobcats down.
Harris, while we got a Bobcat down, I was asked to give a shout-out to Sumrall alumni.
Oh, Sumrall alumni.
Brody Bass, who currently plays center for the Jones College Bobcats.
Yes. Big Brody Bass.
Shout-out to Big Brody Bass.
Bobcat legend.
Legend. Heard they were
Yeah.
naming the press box after him. That's just what I heard.
They should. Was that the only?
It's the only one I got.
The only shout-out?
I don't really know a lot of people, and I think I've exhausted all the people I know,
You think Steven Sylvester is over there?
He's not. Steven Sylvester is in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
He's doing a little mission project
Awesome.
with First Baptist Church Olo
Okay.
at a church plant partnership there in Houston.
Josh Thompson with him or no?
He's not.
Okay.
Jacob Richards is with him.
So Jones on the carry there may have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd and long. Clock runs under 5.5 minutes to go in the game.
Sumrall really needs to get in the end zone. I've said
Yeah.
that a million times, but
Yeah.
it's got to happen.
There's a flag on the play. Not sure who that could be on.
I do want to hand it to this freshman quarterback. He's really shown some resilience and a lack of fear in airing the ball out. I know that one didn't land, but nonetheless, he gave it a shot.
And before we get out of here, the officials tonight have definitely wanted us to know that they were out here.
They have.
Yes.
They're very glad to be here.
They have made their presence known.
That's right.
They have probably caused this game to last at least 45 minutes longer than it probably should. But fortunately for the Bobcats, that was on the Trojans. You think Sylvester is tuning in from Houston, Texas?
You know, I don't know. Not quite sure. He is an avid supporter of the Bobcats.
He is. He brings the spirit with him wherever he is, that's for sure.
He is a spirited man.
Yes.
Great move.
Great move by the Bobcat receiver.
What a great move to get the first down.
Trying to see who that is.
It's number 4.
Number 4, Daniels. Big target for Sims.
What a
that
great
was
move.
My gracious, that was such a great move. Jones on the kick. Oh, my gracious.
He was met.
He got walloped. Now Gavin Glass, number 9, is going to check in for Jones.
Harris, that's what I call smash mouth football right there, my friend.
If the band had not been playing down there in front of us, we probably could have heard it up here. The West Marion band has been feeling it tonight in the second half. Oh, hey, Andy Baker,
touchdown.
That is a Sumrall High School Bobcat touchdown.
On the board.
That's right. Don't call it a comeback, as LL Cool J would say.
There you go. We got another hurt player.
Oh, my God.
They're on the board, though.
Yeah.
Take that. He's up. He's moving.
Get that guy a pickle.
Somebody.
So Wyatt Jones is going to be out to attempt the point after. You've got Nathan Burge to snap. You've got Carson Speed to hold, and you've got Wyatt Jones to kick.
Way offside right there.
Oh, my God.
What a great kick, though.
The kick is good. Let's see what they do about this offside. My gracious. Why don't we decline that and take the point?
I wonder, did they blow it dead? I didn't hear. I feel like I heard a whistle.
I didn't either.
They're going to re-kick.
So we will re-kick. So let's see if everybody stays on sides this time. This time the Trojans aren't even going to rush.
Didn't even move. Their coach said, y'all don't move.
That's right.
Oh, he's excited now, too. Look at it.
So it's 21-7. Your Bobcats have scored.
Moral victory there, Harris.
Yes. We don't really like moral victories, but we'll take what we can get.
Looks like they've shut down the concessions over here, Harris. They're getting ready to lock this thing up.
Yep.
I didn't even hear the half-price burger.
The official's golf cart has arrived.
That's a really nice golf cart, too.
I know you've had your eye on that.
I have.
Are you going to make them an offer?
You know, I'll make him an offer. I just think I want to be a high school referee.
Andy.
Yes.
If we need to talk, we can talk, but I don't want to hear you have that negative self-talk.
You think I'm in a bad place?
Yeah, if you're thinking about being an official.
I don't know. I saw one roll up in a Tesla. Oh, that would have been
onside kick attempt that failed. What was that? The Tesla with the West Marion bumper sticker on it? I'm joking.
Funny.
I'm joking. It's a joke.
Well, I will say this, Harris, about these officials. They have thrown that yellow flag a lot, but it has been fairly even on both sides. Hence the energetic responses from the West Marion head coach.
So 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the game. Some of these refs may have rotator cuff issues.
After tonight.
Yeah. These are the only officials you will ever hear of having to have Tommy John surgery.
Second down and 9 for the Trojans.
So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Trojans as the clock ticks under 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the game. Your Bobcats trail 21-7.
I hope the Sumrall defense has resolved to hold the score at 21.
Yes. Let's. Trojans keep it on the ground.
Great defense.
Yes. Lewis and Mister were on the tackle.
It's a great hustle by the defense.
Yep. No quit.
No quit at all. Now is when the true character of the team starts to show. When you're down, time's ticking out, you're ready to go to the house. That's when the true character really comes through. We'll see what these Bobcats are really made of.
Timeout on the field.
I feel like the band is waving flashlights at us.
So before we get out of here, Andy, we're not going to get any scoreboard from around the district, but we'll tell everybody, if you're a college football connoisseur like Andy Baker, tomorrow there is a full slate of games.
Good games.
College game day will be in Norman, Oklahoma for the Oklahoma-Tennessee game.
That'll be a good one.
It'll be the first SEC game for the Sooners. Florida travels to Starkville, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Old Start Vegas
That'll be sloppy.
to take on Mississippi State at 11. You can tune in. That's going to be on ESPN right after College game day. Number 5, Ole Miss. The Rebels host Georgia Southern. That's going to be a kickoff at 6:45 tomorrow night on the SEC network. The Golden Eagles of Southern Miss travel to Jacksonville State to take on the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. That's going to be a 2 o'clock kickoff on ESPN+.
That's a big team going into Jacksonville State University. Great things happening there at that school.
And Mississippi College will host the North Greenville University Tigers.
Choctaws.
Yes, the Choctaws. That'll be tomorrow night at 6 o'clock on the campus of Mississippi College.
You got 2 Baptist schools going head-to-head right there.
Do you know what the town's name is that University of North Greenville is located in?
If you give me one chance.
One chance.
Greenville.
No, Tigerville.
Tigerville.
Can you believe? What a great name for a town, Tigerville.
Tigerville.
Now, I don't know why it's the North Greenville in Tigerville.
How close is Tigerville to Greenville?
Apparently so close, they named, instead of it being the University of Tigerville or Tigerville University.
You know what, Harris? If you got a chance, take it.
Yep.
That's a great punt. That's a really good punt. The quarterback / kicker / everything else for West Marion laid down a really good punt. We'll see what the Bobcats can do. Harris, it'd be a great ending to the night here if the Bobcats could charge downfield real fast.
Oh, my gosh, would it
Put
not?
it in the end zone. They're still in this ball game, if you ask
Yeah.
me. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left, 21-7.
You get a quick score, then you get the onside kick. I mean, who knows what can happen?
I don't know what could happen.
Do you believe in miracles?
You know what,
That's
Harris?
the question.
I do. Now, how that relates to the football field, that's a different story.
Speaking of miracles, have you seen the movie Miracle?
With 1984
Uh-huh.
U.S. hockey team?
Yes.
Great story. Have you seen the movie The Mighty Ducks, D1, D2, and D3? It's another great hockey story. True stories.
I have never seen those
Yeah.
movies. With Emilio
Estevez, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, a little more recent. Have you seen the Reagan movie?
I haven't. Have you?
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good movie.
I'm going to have to check that out. You ever seen The Sandlot? It's been a few times I wanted to look at you and say you're killing me, Smalls, but
I have seen The Sandlot multiple times, and a fun fact, I don't know how recent this is, but at one point, the Sandlot cast threw out the first pitch
That's
of a
right.
Chicago Cubs game. Is that a recent thing?
last few years.
Okay. I saw it on the socials.
In my office, I have a framed Sandlot movie poster that's been signed by the cast.
Oh, really?
That I accidentally won at a silent auction in
Okay.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Nice. Also, I've recently seen a picture of Squints
Yeah,
and the lifeguard.
yeah.
I don't know if they were like this Comic-Con thing or what.
Had
but,
to be.
Oh, my gosh. He had some room.
Squints, what? Palidorus and Wendy Peppercorn.
Okay.
There you go.
The
conclusion of the movie, they had like 6 kids. He ran the town pharmacy. American classic. You know we don't have a lot to talk about. Whenever.
So here's what I will say. West Marion's stands are clearing out.
They are clearing out.
We've got a minute 30 to go in the game.
Which hopefully makes the traffic situation a lot better than it was coming in.
Yeah, and hopefully they don't have people standing there not allowing you to pass until you pay.
Yeah.
But
especially when you don't carry cash.
Looking over to the Sumrall side, it's still a great crowd.
That's right. They care about their Bobcats.
They do.
Stay to the
end. We do, yes.
Airing it out.
Sims wants to pass. He's got it
Cut
to
up.
Leslie.
Hey, they're still fighting, Harris. That's all you can ask for.
Under a minute to go in the game. Leslie, the pass was complete to Leslie, but that's going to bring up 4th and about 5. So what are your thoughts on the slate of ball games tomorrow, Andy?
You know, Harris, there's going to be some good football played. I think Ole Miss has a great challenge in front of them with Georgia Southern. I think they'll prevail and come out on top.
Okay, we do have one final in from the district. Greene County defeated Forest County AHS 27-21.
That's a big win.
Yep.
Forest County, they've had a good team the last few years. I think the Oklahoma-Tennessee game will be fun to watch. Everybody's been wondering what Oklahoma will do in the SEC. We'll see how they do against Tennessee. Tennessee doesn't have the strongest team this year. Florida, Mississippi State. I don't want to be negative, Harris, but I'm just not sure. Michigan plays USC, I believe. That'll be a fun game.
Arkansas will travel down to the friendly village on the plains. To take on
play
Auburn.
the Tigers.
Yep.
Hugh Freeze.
Yep. The Reverend Hugh Freeze. Vanderbilt goes to Missouri.
They're going to take a knee. Vanderbilt, Missouri, that may be a decent game, actually, tomorrow.
All right, so with 20 seconds to go, they're not going to snap it again. The Bobcats are going to fall to 0-4 on the season with this 21-7 loss to West Marion.
Like this coach is still giving it to the referees.
Yes.
Game's over, and he won.
Yep. Makes you wonder. as the team shake hands, for executive producer Richard Thompson, who lugged all this equipment up to the roof of the press box all by himself.
I heard they call this the Everest of press boxes.
They do. Hey, it's not for the faint of heart up here. For Andy Baker, hey, good game, man.
Good game.
Yeah. Hey, keep it up. For Andy Baker, I'm Harris Bell saying so long from high atop Foxworth, Mississippi. Fortunately, we didn't get any nosebleeds up here. But the Bobcats will be back in action next week, back in the friendly confines of Lions Field, where the Bobcats play. It's homecoming, and we will welcome Hattiesburg High to Sumrall. Kickoff will be at 7. Pregame will probably be around 6:45, 6:50, but we will see you there. And Andy, appreciate you spending the evening with us.
Harris, thanks for having me. Had a great time. Final word, stay classy. Sumrall,
Yes.
Mississippi.
And we will see y'all next week in Sumrall. So long.